Hi, my name is Lisa. Welcome to Good Knots Macrame. I'm going to show you how to make a quick and easy macrame design using Lark's head knots and square knots. You can use this video to learn how to get comfortable making Lark's head knots and square knots. If you want to make the actual piece, you'll need 24 pieces of 3mm 3-ply rope, 120 inches each rope. Although 1-ply rope is okay. Here is what the rope looks like. You can see what 3-ply looks like when I take it apart. It's good to tie a little knot at either end or tape the ends when you're working with the rope because it can come undone. You can also use single ply or single twist cord. It looks like this. So I am affixing the cords to a 3/4 inch dowel with a Lark's head knot. I've got 2 made. Let's make the third one. So I take the rope and find the halfway point. There it is. Throw the loop over the top of the dowel and then stick your fingers through that loop that you made and pull the other 2 pieces of cord through the loop. Tighten it up and you got yourself a Lark's head knot. Let's try it again. Pull the rope until you get to the halfway point. You got a loop. Throw it over the dowel and then stick your fingers through that loop. Grab the 2 cords in front of it, pull through all the way through and tighten it up. Let's continue. A total of 24 Lark's head knots to get started. Now that we've finished these, it's time to work on square knots. This is one of the most basic knots in macrame. You will need 4 cords. In this case, take 2 cords that are attached by Lark's head knots, which gives you 4 cords to work with. Using the 2 outside cords, bring that leftmost cord in front of the 2 middle cords. Make what looks like the number 4 with the horizontal cord behind the vertical cord. Take that vertical cord under the horizontal cord and bring it behind those 2 middle cords. Pull it through that leftmost loop. Keep pulling. And take a moment to look at the pretzel I got going there. All right, pull that tight. Okay, we're gonna do it again. We're going in the opposite direction, but otherwise everything is the same. This time you're working on the left side. So you're making a backwards 4. Again, horizontal cord behind the vertical cord. Take that vertical cord behind the 2 hanging cords, pull it through the rightmost loop, pull it tight, and that is a square knot. I know it's a little blurry, but take a moment to see how it looks like the letter D. This very distinctive straight edge on the left is important. If you don't see it, that means you've done a different knot. That happens if you tie it on the right-hand side twice, instead of switching from the right-hand side to the left-hand side. I still do that sometimes, especially if I get distracted. Just pull it out and try again. For this first row of 12 square knots, I'll be doing each knot slowly so you can follow along. We did it. That's a great start. You can tell something's going to happen. Wahoo! Let's start on the second row. Now that you've got the idea, I'm going to speed up a bit. But each row, we're going to be making one less knot on either side to ultimately be an inverted triangle. So we'll skip the first 2 cords of the row and make a square knot with cords 3, 4, 5, and 6. Mentally numbering the cords helps you keep track of where you are. Now we're making a square knot with cords 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now a square knot with cords 11 through 14. And then again with cords 15 through 18. Now continue with this same pattern all the way down the row until you get to that last group of 4 cords. Make a square knot with them, and you're going to have 2 cords at the end left over. Don't do anything with those. All right, now we're going to go to the third row, and this time you're going to skip the first 4 cords. You'll make the first knot with cords 5, 6, 7, and 8. And you can see the beginnings of that inverted triangle. Now you're going to go all the way down the row, doing the same thing. So each subsequent row, you will be leaving 2 more cords hanging loose at a time from either end. In this row, you're leaving the 4 cords hanging at the beginning and then at the end. The next row, you'll be leaving 6 cords hanging at the beginning and at the end. The next row, 8 cords at the beginning and at the end. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's finish this row. So I'm completing this square knot. And just like the beginning, where I have 1, 2, 3, 4 cords hanging, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 cords hanging at the end. You can start to see that design. Next row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Leave those alone. 7, 8, 9, and 10 will be the square knot. And keep doing the same thing down the row. Then make that last knot, and you will be leaving 6 cords hanging at the end as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. New row, 8 cords hanging. All right, start with 9, 10, 11, and 12. Continue on down the row. Finish that last knot. And then leave 8 cords hanging. 2, 4, 6, 8. All right, new row. 10 cords. Make that knot with 11, 12, 13, and 14. Finish that row up. leave 10 cords hanging at the end. New row, leave 12 cords hanging at the end. I imagine you've got the drift. So let's just finish this part of the project. All right, we're at our last knot. And look at those beautiful rows of square knots. We did it! Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this and are looking forward to more content, I'd love it if you would subscribe. See you soon!